Eileen Cho with Engineering News Record and ENR.com, and we're here in Kentucky at the site of the Ohio River Bridges Project, Kentucky site, and this is part of our Low and Slow Across America's Infrastructure tour. And I'm standing here with
Joel Halterman with Walsh Construction, project manager over the cable stay bridge.
What would you say is the one most unique and interesting thing about this particular cable stay bridge structure?
The cable stay it's a 3-tower cable stay, which is a little bit unique from typically 2 towers. So the spans aren't nearly as long, but it is, twice as much concrete work. So,
tell me just a little bit more about the design build process and how that's been going here in Kentucky.
Okay, yeah, this is a typical design build project. And it's worked really well. We've had a good owner that has really bought into that process, and it's allowed for a very fast-paced design and allow us to get out there to construction, as the pieces of the design were finished, so that we could, start working on foundations, for example, before the superstructure was completely designed. So,
my full name is Jeremiah Timothy Littleton. I'm the Section 2 engineer for the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. This has been in the making longer than I've been alive, I'm told. This has been in the making for over 30 years. There was a public meeting when we started this thing, and an older gentleman, talked about how his dad brought him to a meeting about when they were going to get a new bridge across the Ohio River. And now he's bringing his grandson to talk about how they're getting a new bridge across the Ohio River. So it's been going on quite a while. It's taken a long time because funding infrastructure is not really popular. We got a lot of things to spend our money on. I mean, who doesn't want to have better schools? I mean, who doesn't want to have safer streets? And so it's really hard to get a win for infrastructure. Our infrastructure is aging and it needs help.
Ron Hustis. I'm the project manager for Indiana Department of Transportation for the Ohio River Bridges East End Crossing. We are at the site of the new cable stayed bridge that will connect Kentucky and Indiana at the East End Crossing. We're standing in Indiana right now. We're about halfway through. We're about 50% through with all construction on the East End Crossing, including all the roadway work that's being done and the tunnel.
Robert Morphonius. I'm the project director for WVB East End Partners. We're the developer for the project.
What makes this East End Crossing a good candidate for a P3? What makes it effective here?
Getting private equity to assist with funds from the state and tolling helps bridge that gap and bring the project forward a lot faster and be able to do this much at one time.
This finishes what will be the loop around the Louisville metropolitan area. This is the east leg of that loop and connects it. Right now it's like a large C when it's looked at from the above, and anybody wanting to go from this area in Indiana to the opposite side in Kentucky has to take about a 40-minute trip around. So ultimately, when this is connected, overall the entire project is projected to provide almost $87 billion worth of economic growth over the next 30 years. This P3 has been very successful for Indiana, and we've already done another P3 on part of a new terrain I-69 north of here. So the thing about a P3 model from a state's perspective is to make sure that there's a defined revenue source when you decide to use this as a procurement method. So that part of it has been very successful for Indiana. The project has been recognized in the long-range plan since 1969. So it's been in the works for a very long time, and we're now going to get it completed.
For more news and information on this and other projects that we visit on the Low and Slow tour, please go to ENR.com.